Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash, the one of the apostles, and else great millstone for teaching us this truth, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, and Hebrew by Hashem means the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Background lesson, and it's going to be another M.O.T.B update, as you're already seeing the infrastructure and the foundation that's being laid out right before your very eyes. The steps are being taken in order to usher in and bring about this beast system, which is mainly going to be ran through that M.O.T.B, which is the RFID CHIP, if you don't know already. So we're going to dive into two quick articles to go into what's going on, what the devils are planning, and what they're trying to do. Because this right here is just a step towards the M.O.T.B being implemented. As you see in digital IDs now being pushed out, you're seeing Amazon One, we're able to pay by the way of the palm of your hand. And just all these different apps on your phone, we're able to just pay by the tap of your phone, you know? So once again, you're seeing the steps that are being made. So we're going to read these real quick, get a quick video from their brother's channel, GMS Watchman, which actually may play real quick, just get out the way and get those articles in the scripts at hand. And Lord's will listen to be edifying and to the point.
The European Parliament have a provisional agreement to introduce a continent-wide digital ID, which will definitely invade your privacy and your cybersecurity, but at least there's no secret plan to insert microchips under our skin like conspiracy theorists warned years ago. Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Thanks for joining us on our voyage to truth and freedom. How important it is that we stay together at this time and look for ways to move beyond division and conflict.
And also, just to add to that point, these so-called conspiracy theories are becoming conspiracy facts. You know, and as you see, Yahweh Shai has set up watchmen among you to warn you of these coming times and to especially stay away from this charagma, the M.O.T.B, the RFID CHIP, which is coming very, very soon. So you can't say you weren't warned.
Even though the invitation to fight seems permanent and prevalent, we talk a lot about advanced ideas that seem sometimes to be implausible and ridiculous. But after the pandemic period, many of us have become more open to the notion that there might be plans to introduce regulatory measures that seem like they're more from science fiction than political fact. But the European Parliament have just established in principle the introduction of a Europe-wide digital ID. This will be connected to CBDCs. That means digital currencies. Remember when digital currencies were bad, when they were Bitcoin?
And also going back to that one article that the WEF came out with, I believe, a few months ago, where they said if you wanted to participate in society, you would need to have, those CBDCs, under your skin. It was something to that effect, which I made less going into, as well as many of us have also touched on. But once again, it goes to show the direction that they are heading, the steps that are being made for the implementation of, once again, the M.O.T.B.
And they were offline and difficult to control and a bit off-grid. They're bad for the environment. Someone's going to hurt themselves. You can...
But ultimately, on that, you can, go watch the brother's lesson for yourself, as well as that full video. So this also pretty much was going into European Digital Identity Council and Parliament reached a provisional agreement on EID, as with a view to ensuring a trusted and secure digital identity for all Europeans, which also going to push this in the name of so-called safety, where people are going to see this, in a way that is more secure, more beneficial to them, much easier. So a lot of people see the benefits and the incentives of it, as well as dealing with the Neuralink, the mark in the forehead. Especially just dealing with the RFID CHIP in general. Because you've seen all the things that Elon Musk has come out saying we're going to be able to listen to music within your brain. You're already seeing many people are taking similar technology to that, the Neuralink, where they were once, paralyzed or unable to speak. Now they're able to. So you're seeing these miracles on the left-hand side, through this technology. So let's continue on. And European Parliament representative reached today a provisional agreement on a new framework for a European digital identity. And you already see similar things over there, in China, where they're using face scanners and all that. Even within the schools, they have certain headsets where they put on the child to track their brain waves, and it sends their children brain waves to the parents' phones to see if they're paying attention or not. But with the approval of the European Digital Identity Regulation, we are taking a fundamental step so that citizens can have a unique and secure European digital identity, which is going to be pushing this in the name of so-called security. This is a key advance for the European Union to be a global reference in the digital field, protecting our democratic rights and values. And of course, you're going to have, Jake see the benefits of, just dealing with this M.O.T.B in general, where I'm able to listen to music in my brain. You know how Jake is with the so-called next big thing, with shoes, the next iPhone, what is the case may be. So, Jake's going to be hooked onto this, man, especially be able to see holograms in front of you. You're already seeing these different types of headsets they're bringing out, or these VR headsets, which is what I'm talking about, which I think either Google or Apple came out with one, which you're now able to pretty much see in front of you with the headset on, but also, the images in front of you that you're looking at online. So once again, you're seeing the steps that are being made, and Slackify sound like a, broken record, but constantly got to be pushing these points across, man, because Jake is hard-headed. They're going to see no problem with what's going on, with the direction that this is heading. Especially just with how, lazy, people are in Babylon the Great in general. So them not needing to carry their phone, their wallet, their laptop anymore, that year, they'll hop on board with that. The revised regulation constitutes a clear paradigm shift for a digital identity in Europe, aiming to ensure universal access for people and businesses. You see that word universal being thrown into it. And that M.O.T.B is pretty much going to be your universal remote, because everything is going to be pretty much ran through that M.O.T.B, that charagma. You know how your universal remote goes to pretty much everything in your house, your TV, your console, your TV in the other room, whatever the case may be. That's pretty much what this M.O.T.B is going to be, man. Now, we're reading this last paragraph right here, and we'll get the other article, which you see some similar happening over there in Southeast Asia. Under the new law, member states will offer citizens and businesses digital wallets that will be able to link their national and digital identities with proof of other personal attributes. Driving license, diplomas, bank accounts, everything's going to be ran through that, man. What is this? This is a step in the direction towards the M.O.T.B being implemented, which once again, the M.O.T.B being that RFID C-HIP. Now, citizens will be able to prove their identity and share electronic documents from their digital wallets with a click of a button on their mobile phone. And guess what? A step in ahead is going to be that M.O.T.B, where you no longer need your phone. You just need to, stick your hand out the window and show the police officer your information, or just go to the bank, whatever the case may be, man. You're not going to need to, pull out your physical ID any longer. As Southeast Asia is on the cusp of a supercharged digital payments revolution, thanks to an acceleration in digital transformation during the pandemic. I almost said that full word. I'm going to say the P. You know how you those are. The region is poised for a digital payments revolution, said PwC. This enhanced availability and convenience of digital payments will see the bulk of the regional population leveraging mainstream digital financial products such as e-wallets, further expediting the expansion of financial services. Read the last paragraph. Southeast Asia is a supercharge to empower a shift toward digital payments and other innovations in digital services. So you're seeing this happening in multiple locations. And it's mainly going to take place over here in Babylon the Great. And other innovations, digital services, thanks to an acceleration in digital transformation during the P, said accounting consulting firm. So that's pretty much that right there. Don't want to stall out the lesson any longer. I'm going to get these scriptures at hand and loads of lessons edifying. As Satan should avenge of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. So we see what he's playing at, what he's trying to do, because we have been given the eyes to see. And we see what this devil is doing, man. Because the Lord has opened our mind to this understanding, this truth, this knowledge. Especially dealing with the prophecies, man. And we're seeing this end-time prophecy taking place and playing out right before our very eyes, man. Because once again, as I said multiple times throughout this lesson, you're seeing the steps that are being made. And you're already seeing the foundation and the infrastructure that has been laid out, and that's being laid out right in front of you. So we see what they're trying to do with this digital identity, digital payments, digital everything. Revelation 13:16-17, and you should know scripture by now already. And he called all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. But going back to verse 16, read the middle part, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into the blue letter, when you go into that word mark, in the Greek goes into the word charagma, which then goes into the word etch, scratch, showing you that it's a physical mark. As you see what these other Israelite camps are pushing, that it's a spiritual mark, that's sin itself. Yet when it comes down to the 17th verse, they still can't break it down. They still can't explain how you're going to buy and sell with a spiritual mark. Verse 17, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. You're also going into these restrictions, these mandates that you're going to implement and push out, to where if you don't have that charagma, you won't be able to live a so-called normal life without it. That's why you're going to have many people, especially dealing with Jakes that know this truth, is going to end up taking it. Taking the so-called easy way out, choosing so-called life when in reality you chose death. In Isaiah 10:1, down to that point, woe unto them that decree and write the decrees and that right grievances which they have prescribed, going to draconian like laws and harsh like measures they're going to push out. Also going to the word draconian, pretty much going to harsh, strict. That's what you see with these double doing, because you saw what happened with the lockdowns, the juice mandates. When we came out with lessons going into that, they can't mandate that, they can't do that. Yeah, what do you know? It happened, And now you're seeing something happening over there in China, dealing with, pestilence over there. I forget the exact, name of it, but you're seeing something happen over there, which could cause another lockdown. We have to see. But Ezekiel 33:33. Now it says, and when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. You're going to know that a prophet has been among you, warning you of these coming times. As why it's going to Matthew 24:37, how we're as in the days of Noah, you're going to have many of our people that's going to continue to disregard these warnings, toss it out the window, and continue on with their so-called day-to-day lives, living it up. When Yahweh Shemashai is getting ready to destroy this place, and guess what? He has set prophets among you to warn you, and you can't say you weren't warned. Because once you start seeing these things happening, people lining up to take that M.O.T.B, because guess what? They will. Then you're going to know. Isaiah 62:6-7. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Who are the watchmen? The prophets, the men of the Lord. O Jerusalem, which shall never speak fast, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. So you have brothers across the four corners of the earth teaching this word, pushing out constant edification. So ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Constantly, bugging the Heavenly Father to get us out of here, man, to destroy this place. This is why it's going to go into I believe Ezekiel 9:4. Going to that sighing and crying. But the revelation is 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. That prison being these FEMA camps. These, as you see, Walmarts are being shut down. In certain locations. Also, Walmart being a play on words, Mart law. So you can also see, what's happening with that. There's also a article that came out like years back, where you had them details, buying, thousands upon thousands of coffins, guillotines. So, hey, we're heading into those times, man. Now, this is the devil shall cast me into prison, that you may be tried. You have tribulation 10 days, going to a certain period of time. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So if we remain faithful, if we endure, if we continue to believe, and put our full trust in Yahweh Shemashai, he's going to take care of us, man. You best believe that. As you're about to see right here in Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation, mainly going to be when the M.O.T.B is presented in front of you. So those that remain faithful, those of us that have that strong and firm foundation, the Lord's going to give us the spirit or to endure, as well as to deny that M.O.T.B, that Karagman once faced in front of us. Because it's not going to be easy, man. You have brothers that have families to take care of. They have little ones, a woman, and they may be used against you, man. That's why you got to have a, rock solid foundation as you go in Matthew 7. Or else you be plucked out, man. You be blown away. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So that's been the midpoint lesson already. So that brothers, GMS Watchmen going into these digital identities, digital IDs, digital payments. So you're seeing the steps that are being made and the direction that they are heading. And hey, you have been warned. I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, by Shimmer Kakadash, the bonds of the apostles, and elsewhere Millstone for teaching us his truth. Peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel, and Shalom, Sanctuary Lord.